Welcome to the A to Z of Virtua Fighter, a series where we try to get to know the complicated world of Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, one letter at a time. Today, X, EX moves. Another set of exceptions today, but a much more straightforward and consistent set than our journey with walls was. For the most part, a move can hit a standing opponent at 3 different heights: high, mid, and low. Highs are generally fast and duckable, lows are slow but need to be crouch blocked, and mids are somewhere in the middle but also need to be blocked standing, which puts you at risk of eating the low whilst also making the fast duckable high a more viable option. This relationship between the 3 attacks is essential in Virtua Fighter, but all characters have exceptions in the forms of EX highs, EX mids, and EX lows. An awareness of what to look for, especially with the more universal ones, can really help fine-tune your game. So let's start with the one you see the most, the EX low. At a beginner level, you'll often see players crouch blocking their opponent's low punching 2p attack, shortly followed by a mid attack, and it's a mix-up that they've put themselves into for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Universally, the 2p is an EX low, sometimes called a special low, and what's special about it is that it's a kind of low that you don't have to crouch block. It can be blocked high and low. Once you identify the EX low attacks like this, it can quickly be declawed, since their speed is much less of a threat if you don't have to worry about what level you're blocking at. And if you don't have to worry about what level you're blocking at, you no longer have to worry about a rogue mid, and you've got access to all your own fast mids if you successfully block the low to return with. You can spot an EX property like this by looking for the marker in training mode, or for the asterisks on virtuafighter.com's command list. Next up, the EX or special mids can also be blocked at both high or low guard, making it a much less potent option than a traditional mid. However, it has one redeeming factor, in that it briefly breaks a low guard. These EX mids tend to be part of a string with dedicated follow-ups, so although they can provide guaranteed damage, the damage itself usually is quite low and won't lead to a combo. Lastly, the EX or special high is unlike the other EX move types in that it won't interact with opponents blocking high and low. Like all highs, if you're crouching or blocking low, this high will miss entirely. The additional property this has as a high is that it interacts with low attacks. In a normal scenario, a high and a low can miss completely, but if the high is an EX high, this does not happen. Be warned, this does not mean that an EX high can be treated like a sabaki. It will not always beat the low. All the EX property does is guarantee that the moves will interact, and then the traditional move trade rules apply. So if the low completes its startup animation first, you will get hit by the low. So these can have some great applications when reading a low from an opponent, much like other EX moves, but an awareness of the setup is important for making sure that you can pull this one off with your active frames coming out first. And that's EX moves. The name might suggest that they're special or better, but it's best to think of these as moves with additional properties, which can be positive or negative, depending on when and how you use them. Thanks for watching. For more A to Z of Virtua Fighter, check out the playlist in the description, or subscribe to be the first to know about the next one. I'll see you online.